All right.
Just talking to them about the halftime adjustments, you mentioned or they mentioned that you guys wanted to clamp down that defense on the perimeter and change the offense up a bit. How did it go in that halftime talk?
Well, we were getting caught on just little things. There's terminology calling jumping to the ball so you don't get screened. We were getting back-picked in the first half, having to help off for quite a while, and then they were just popping to the three line. So we did a better job of having some technique to what we did in the second half, but we played harder too. It didn't come out with any intensity, giving up 24 points. Told our kids at the end of the first quarter they're on pace to get 96. So just got to do a lot better job. I thought we did in the second half. Played a lot freer in the second half. We got some baskets in transition. I thought when Braxton Miller got the ball and took off and allowed Jaden Hobbs to spot up and get some open looks, that was key for us. We play with a little more tempo when Jamie's in there, and we just got to live with some of the mistakes initially. But I thought there were a lot of bright things to pull from in the second half, and a lot of it was just based on effort, and then on the offensive end, just playing relaxed and playing with a little bit more flow and getting some things in transition, making them guard us in transition. So a lot to draw from on the second half. Not a lot of consistency in our basketball team right now, and got to get off to better starts, or when we play some of the good people, we're going to get buried if we don't start games quicker.
Finish with 4 players in double figures. You got to like the second half, how the offense flowed, and how you had that balance there to finish the game with.
Yeah, there were some bright spots. We slowed down and gave Vivian Gray some looks at the mid-post, and that's what our offense is built to do. We had some drives and got to the free throw line. Just some real nice finds in transition. I could think of 2 or 3 times that Braxton Miller got the rebound, took off, and found Jaden for open threes. I think Braxton had 8 assists. So we don't have to outlet to the point guard. Whoever gets it, when we can get it, take off, and allow Jaden to spot up, it helps us offensively. Miriam was better in the second half defensively. I'll take 8 and 7 out of her. That's a good night. And Tosh just continues to bring it with a double-double. So a lot of good things to draw from in what we did, and very proud of Tosh with the 14 and 11.
Coach, you're mixing up starting lineups a little bit, but consistently Jaden Hobbs, Vivian Gray, and Latasha Jones have been your main stars. How do you think those 3 mesh together on the court?
Well, they continue to get better, and when they realize what we're trying to accomplish offensively, they're going to get better on it. All 3 have a skill set to them and a talent that allows them to be successful at this level. So I think a lot of it comes down to getting minutes together and playing. Each time out, Vivian looks more relaxed than she did the time before. It's never been a question of effort on her part. She's just wound tight at times, and I thought she looked a lot more relaxed. And she does a lot of little things that help us to be a good team.
And Cassie DeLap's minutes have been diminishing. What's your reason for that?
I can't talk about injuries, but she's been hurt and has missed numerous practices. And you guys know I can't talk about that, but Cassidy's going to be a good player. Hasn't done anything wrong. It's just a matter of getting her back into what we're doing since she's missed.
You start the season off 4-0, those first 4 games, a couple close calls, but overall, how are you feeling going to your first road contest next Tuesday?
We got a lot that we could work on between now and then, but it's going to get better, and we just got to just told our kids, quite frankly, we got to become a better practice team. Once we become more consistent, there's going to be a lot of more upside, or a lot more positive things happen to you. I think the major factor in confidence is being consistent and good on a daily basis. So we got to take a high pride level in how we practice, and if they do that, you're going to continue to see the kids grow.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.
Have a good Thanksgiving.
You too.
Well, just the halftime adjustments. What did y'all talk about in the locker room, and what you come out with? What was kind of the different scheme for you guys?
Focused on running through our offense more. I think we got just a little rushed and didn't quite finish the offense in the first half, so we focused on that. And we really just focused on guarding better. I think our defense was a lot better the second half, definitely a lot better than the first quarter.
On the defensive end, like Jaden said, you guys clamped down on them. Hitting 8 threes in that first half, did you kind of know that, if we keep up with them, that pace will eventually drop for them in that second half?
Yeah, we talked about that in the locker room too, just stopping their threes because they were killing us. They were at 6 or 6.
They were a lot for a lot.
So we talked about that and switched some, made some halftime adjustments. So yeah, I agree with that.
And you guys had an 8-0 run there at the end of the second quarter. Then you had an 8-0 run to start the second half. Those were kind of what brought you to this big win. Eventually you pulled away. What was working for you guys whenever you guys had that one to get back to 29-all, and then to start the second half to come out the gates with a fire?
Coach in the locker room, he just said we got to start playing like us. And we've played good defense. It'll lead to great offense. They were getting kind of tired. They weren't making as many subs as we were making, stuff like that. So stuff like that.
I agree. I think fatigue played a role in their second half. They weren't hitting as many shots as they did the first half. And like she said, we made halftime adjustments. Came out and just played like we're capable of playing, and just guarded better. That's ultimately what it was. We had to play better defense.
This is the first big game for you this season. How did you feel out there in the court today? Seeing those threes fall through and just getting back to your old self.
I feel good. I feel like I finally got rolling a little bit. My teammates did a good job of putting me in good positions, finding me when I was open. That's pretty much what gets me going, is them putting me in good positions, and then that's how I start flowing. So the credit goes to them. They did a great job.